how long do I have to stay on after the sale? And the reality is you dictate that. So I've had sellers, I actually had a seller leave a week before we closed. They moved to another state prior to closing because they had a general manager, an operations manager, an install manager. They had all these people in place, and they had nothing to do with the day-to-day running of the business. They were hardly ever there, so being there was not important for them. I have others that the business is them. They're the head tech, they're the main installer, they're the best salesmen, they answer the phones, they do the books, they're needed. So that person is going to need to be there longer for that transition, because that new owner is going to have to take everything off their plate, give it to somebody else, train somebody else, and it's going to take longer. I've heard a lot of people, and matter of fact, I've heard a lot of other brokers say, you have to be willing to stick around a year or 2 years. My experience is that's not accurate for the buyers and sellers that we deal with. Now, does you staying around potentially open you up to more buyers? Well, sure it does. There's a lot of buyers out there who are making acquisitions that would want you to continue running the business. So for those buyers, they're going to need you to stay there. If you tell that buyer, I'm not interested in staying, then probably you're going to lose that buyer. So you need to make sure, if the ultimate plan is to leave right away, when I say right away, 3 to 6 months after the sale, you need to make sure you have systems in place, and you need to make sure when you go to market that you're doing an incredible job marketing, because you need a lot of eyes on it. If you're chasing away a buyer pool who needs you to be there, you're going to need to make sure you have other people there to step up. There's plenty of them. I have a lot of sellers who leave 30 days, 60 days, 90 days after the sale. The reality is the bulk of my sellers do, but that doesn't mean everyone does, or that doesn't mean every buyer is going to agree with that.